Right, Emma. So today we're really diving into what I like to call the unconventional edge. It's not about what everyone else is doing. Frankly, it's about what they're missing.
Oh, I love that, James. The unconventional edge. That's such a great way to put it. Because honestly, it feels like the affiliate space can get so saturated with the same old advice, right? Like, do keyword research, run Facebook ads, which is fine, but it doesn't really give you that transformative power you're talking about. So, what are we really talking about when we say unconventional?
Precisely. It's about looking beyond that immediate surface level strategy. It's not just a quick fix, we're talking about sustainable growth, building something that lasts, something that really cuts through the noise. Think of it this way. Everyone's digging in the same spot for gold, but what if there's a whole, undiscovered mine just a bit further afield? That's the mindset we're trying to cultivate.
An undiscovered mine. I like that analogy. It makes me think about, what foundational shifts do we actually need to make? Because if we're aiming for sustainable growth, that's not just about a new tactic. It's got to be deeper than that, right? It sounds like you're hinting at more than just a technique.
Absolutely, Emma. It starts right there, deep down, with a foundational mindset shift. It's the first step, really. If you don't get this bit right, the rest of it, well, it's just window dressing, isn't it? So, this foundational mindset shift, right? It's about moving from a transactional, how quickly can I make a quid mentality to a long-term, value-driven approach. Most people, they're just chasing the next big commission, aren't they? And that's fine for short-term gains, but for true, lasting success, it's a bit of a hamster wheel.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's like you see all these gurus promising get-rich-quick schemes, and you just end up burning out. But how do you actually shift that? Because it's easy to say, think long term, but when you're just starting or when things are tight, that immediate transaction can feel really tempting, you know?
That's a cracking point, Emma. The thing is, it's about seeing yourself as a value provider first, a problem solver, not just a link dropper. Ask yourself, how can I genuinely help my audience today, this week, this month, even if it doesn't lead to an immediate sale? Because that long-term trust, well, that's priceless. It compounds, you see. It's like investing in a proper sturdy building rather than just a pop-up tent.
A proper sturdy building. I like that. So it's less about pushing a product and more about becoming a trusted resource. And that, I guess, naturally leads to more consistent sales down the line because people actually trust your recommendations. Are there any specific practices or daily habits you'd suggest to reinforce this long-term thinking?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Daily reflection. Honestly, carve out 10 minutes. Ask, what value did I bring today? How did I serve my audience? Not how many clicks did I get? It changes your perspective entirely, builds that muscle, and it's a game changer, really. Right, so once you've got that long-term mindset locked in, the next big unconventional hack is about finding those genuinely overlooked niches. Everyone's in weight loss or make money online, aren't they? It's a bloodbath. We need to go deeper, much deeper.
Yeah, those broad niches are so competitive. It's hard to stand out unless you have a massive budget or a huge audience already. So when you say overlooked niches, are we talking about micro niches or something even more specific? How do you even find them? What's the secret sauce there, James?
It's a bit of an art, really, Emma, but there's science to it too. First, think about your own interests, your quirks, your hobbies. What do you genuinely care about? Then, instead of just saying fitness, think fitness for busy single parents over 40 who work night shifts. Or, instead of gaming, consider retro arcade machine restoration for enthusiasts in their 50s. Do you know what I mean? It's about adding layers of specificity.
Oh, wow, that's so specific. So it's like instead of trying to be everything to everyone, you're being everything to a very, very small group. But is there enough opportunity in something that niche? Like, are there enough products to promote or a big enough audience to actually make it worthwhile?
That's the beauty of it. Even a small, passionate audience is better than a massive, indifferent one. These hyper-focused niches often have less competition, higher engagement, and people are often desperate for solutions tailored just for them. And yes, the affiliate products are there, you just need to dig a bit. Think digital products, specialist tools, even obscure physical items. You'd be surprised. It's about, well, being a detective. Right, so you've nailed your mindset, you've unearthed a brilliant overlooked niche. Now, how do you actually get eyeballs on your stuff without just throwing money at Facebook ads or waiting ages for SEO? That's where unconventional traffic generation really shines, Emma.
Okay, this is where I get really curious, James, because everyone talks about SEO and paid ads like they're the only two ways to get traffic. And, well, they can be slow or super expensive, right? So, what kind of unconventional traffic are we talking about here? Like, what are some of the less known but still effective techniques?
Brilliant question. Forget the obvious. Think about where your highly specific niche audience actually hangs out online, beyond Google or Instagram. Are they on specialist forums for, say, vintage synthesizer enthusiasts? Are they in private Facebook groups for urban gardeners in small apartments? Perhaps Discord servers dedicated to rare book collecting?
Oh, that's smart. So instead of trying to pull them from a general pool, you're going directly to where they're already engaging with their specific interests, like meeting them where they are. But how do you do that without seeming, well, spammy? Because I've seen people just drop links in forums and it never goes over well.
Exactly. You don't just drop a link and run. That's a surefire way to get yourself booted. The unconventional approach is about contribution. Become a valuable member of that community first. Answer questions, offer genuine insights, share your own experiences, build goodwill. Then, when appropriate, and if it genuinely adds value, you can subtly introduce your resource. It's about becoming a trusted voice within that niche community. It takes time, but it builds incredible authority and trust. Right, so picking up on that, another really powerful, yet often overlooked traffic source is collaborating with micro-influencers within your niche. Not the huge ones with millions of followers, no, we're talking about those niche experts with, say, a few thousand highly engaged followers. They've built trust, you see.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Because the big influencers are usually super expensive, and their audience might be too broad anyway, right? So a micro influencer in my specific niche, that makes a lot of sense. But how do you find them and how do you even approach them for a collaboration without sounding like you just want to use them?
Good point. You find them by being active in those niche communities we just discussed. They'll be the ones who are consistently sharing value, consistently engaging. Look for someone who aligns with your brand values. When you reach out, don't just ask them to promote your thing. Frame it as a genuine partnership, an exchange of value. Offer to create content together or an exclusive offer for their audience. It's about synergy, not just pay to play.
Okay, so it's a win-win essentially. You're giving them something valuable to share with their audience, and in return, you get access to that really targeted, trusting audience. That's way more authentic than just a sponsored post. Are there any specific platforms where these micro influencers tend to thrive outside of the usual TikTok or Instagram?
Absolutely. Think Reddit communities, niche YouTube channels, Substack newsletters, even highly specialized blogs or podcasts. Some of the most influential people in ultra-specific niches might not even consider themselves influencers in the traditional sense, but their audience, well, they hang on their every word. That's where the real gold is, Emma, in those deep, deep pockets of engagement. It's like finding a hidden gem, really. So you're driving targeted traffic. Now, how do you convert them into customers using something beyond just a buy now button? This is where advanced conversion psychology comes in, Emma. It's about tapping into true human desire, not just pushing features.
Ooh, tapping into true human desire. That sounds really powerful. Because I feel like a lot of affiliate marketing just lists features, right? Like this product does XYZ. But that doesn't always resonate emotionally. So, what are some of these psychological triggers or techniques that go beyond the obvious?
Precisely. First, it's about understanding the deep-seated pain or desire your audience has. It's not about the product itself, but the transformation it offers. Does it solve a genuine frustration? Does it help them achieve a deeply held aspiration? We're not just selling a course, we're selling the freedom it promises. We're not selling a tool, we're selling the efficiency and peace of mind it brings.
Okay, so it's about connecting the product to their ultimate goal or their biggest problem. Like you're selling the outcome, not just the item. That makes so much sense. But how do you actually articulate that in your content without sounding overly manipulative or too salesy?
That's the trick, isn't it? It has to be authentic. Tell stories. Share your own transformation or that of others. Use vivid language that paints a picture of life after using the product. Focus on empathy. Show them you understand their struggle and that you genuinely believe this solution can help. It's not manipulation if you truly believe in the value you're offering. Do you know what I mean? It's about connection. Right, so extending that conversion psychology, we can use powerful principles like scarcity, social proof, and reciprocity. But crucially, Emma, we do it ethically. We're not about dodgy tactics here.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about that, James, because those terms sometimes have a bit of a bad rap. You see people using fake scarcity timers or testimonials that just don't feel genuine. So, how do we use these powerful tools in a way that builds trust rather than breaking it?
Excellent point. With scarcity, it has to be real. If there's a genuine limited time bonus or a product with limited stock, communicate that clearly. Don't fabricate urgency. For example, this exclusive training is only available for the next 48 hours because the creator is closing enrollment to focus on existing students. That's ethical. Only 3 left, but there are thousands. That's not.
Okay, so genuine, verifiable scarcity. What about social proof then? Because, testimonials are great, but sometimes they can feel a bit staged, you know?
Again, authenticity is key. Don't just show a 5-star rating, share actual case studies, videos of real users talking about their results, not just bland text. User-generated content is gold. If your audience sees themselves in the people getting results, it's incredibly powerful. And reciprocity, well, that's where giving immense value up front without expectation comes in. Free guides, mini-courses, detailed tutorials, give, give, give. And then, when you ask, it feels earned. It's a natural human instinct, isn't it, to give back when you've received something valuable. Now, this is where we really move into sustainable growth, Emma. We're talking about building long-term assets that actually future-proof your business, far beyond just dropping affiliate links. This is the bedrock of what we do, really.
Okay, this sounds like the real differentiator. Because if you're just relying on one platform or one product, you're always a bit vulnerable, right? So, what kind of long-term assets are we actually talking about here? What does that look like in practice for an affiliate marketer?
First and foremost, your email list. It's your direct line to your audience, completely owned by you, not reliant on an algorithm, you see. But beyond just collecting emails, it's about nurturing that list, consistently providing value, building that genuine relationship. Secondly, a content hub that you own, your own website, your own blog, your own podcast. This is where all that incredible value-packed content lives, creating an evergreen resource that constantly attracts and engages.
So it's not just a list of emails, it's a community you're building within that list. And having your own platform makes so much sense because you control the narrative, right? Like you're not at the mercy of changes on, say, YouTube or Instagram. But what kind of content should you really focus on for these assets to be, like, truly valuable long term?
Excellent question. You focus on evergreen content, stuff that stays relevant for months, even years. In-depth guides, ultimate how-tos, problem/solution articles that address core pain points in your niche. Think about content that ranks well for search terms your audience is typing in, but also content that they'll bookmark and share. It's about solving persistent problems, do you know what I mean? Not just chasing fleeting trends. That's a cornerstone. So, building on that, this evergreen content strategy isn't just about writing articles and forgetting them. It's about constantly refining, updating, and promoting them to ensure they remain relevant and continue to draw in your target audience for years to come.
Okay, so it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Even evergreen content needs, like, maintenance. But what's the real benefit of putting so much effort into content that might not have an immediate return compared to, say, just promoting new offers?
That's the magic, Emma. Each piece of high-quality, evergreen content acts as a little magnet, attracting organic traffic over time. It builds your authority and establishes you as the go-to expert in your niche. Imagine having 100 of these magnets out there, constantly working for you. That's sustainable growth. Plus, it gives you incredible material to share with your email list, nurturing them, strengthening those relationships.
100 magnets. I love that visual. So it's like creating a library of valuable resources that keeps people back and also draws in new people. And then how does that tie into, like, the audience nurturing part? What does that actually look like for, say, an affiliate marketer who isn't selling their own product?
Well, it's all connected, isn't it? For nurturing, you're consistently providing more value, sending out weekly newsletters with fresh insights, recommending other valuable resources that aren't even affiliate links, sharing behind-the-scenes glimpses, asking for feedback. It's about being a real human, not just a robot spouting offers. You're building a relationship so strong that when you do recommend an affiliate product, it's seen as a genuine, helpful suggestion, not a sales pitch. That's where the real power lies, truly. All right, so you've built these incredible assets, you've got traffic, you're converting. Now, the big question is, how do you scale all of this without compromising your integrity or burning yourself out? We're talking ethical scaling, Emma.
Okay, ethical scaling. That's a super important point because I've seen so many people, like, compromise their values just to grow faster, and it always seems to backfire. So, what does ethical scaling actually mean for an affiliate marketer? Like, how do you maintain that authenticity and trust while growing?
First off, it means automating tasks, not relationships. Use tools for email sequences, for scheduling content, for managing your outreach, definitely. But never automate the genuine interaction, the personal touch when it really matters. If someone sends a thoughtful email, well, you respond thoughtfully, don't you? Secondly, it's about being incredibly selective with what you promote.
Okay, automate the mundane, but keep the human touch where it counts. I like that a lot. And then being incredibly selective with what you promote. Does that mean turning down offers that might pay really well, but, like, don't quite fit your audience or your values?
Precisely. Sometimes you have to say no to a fat commission if the product doesn't genuinely serve your audience, or if it feels misaligned with your brand. That might sound counterintuitive for scaling, but short-term gain often leads to long-term pain. Your audience's trust is your most valuable asset. Protect it fiercely. It's about growing in a way that feels good, feels right, and actually strengthens your reputation. That's true scaling, honestly. Another crucial aspect of ethical scaling, really, is knowing when and how to build a support team and delegate tasks wisely. You can't do everything yourself indefinitely, can you? You'll just hit a wall.
Oh, absolutely. I think so many solo entrepreneurs, especially in affiliate marketing, try to wear all the hats, and it just leads to burnout. So, like, what types of tasks should an affiliate marketer prioritize for delegation? And how do you find the right people without breaking the bank, especially when you're still growing?
Right, so you delegate anything that doesn't absolutely require your unique voice or expertise. Think content editing, graphic design for your social posts or blog images, basic website maintenance, perhaps even initial research for new content ideas. Free up your time for the high-impact stuff, strategy, relationship building, creating that core authoritative content.
That makes so much sense. Focus on what only you can do. So, what about finding those people? Like, are we talking about freelancers or do you suggest something else?
Freelancers are a fantastic starting point. Platforms like Upwork or Fiverr can be good, but honestly, some of the best talent comes from within your own network or through referrals. Look for people who genuinely understand your niche, even if they're not affiliate marketers themselves. Start small, perhaps a project-based gig, and always prioritize communication and clear expectations. A good team allows you to expand your reach, keep consistent, and maintain that quality without sacrificing your own sanity. It's essential for longevity. Right, Emma, we've covered quite a bit today, haven't we? From shifting mindsets to ethical scaling. But if there's just one thing listeners take away from this, it's that to truly transform your affiliate game, you've got to step outside the conventional. That's the real differentiator.
Absolutely, James. This has been incredibly insightful. I think the idea of building long-term assets and finding those ultra-specific, overlooked niches really resonated with me. It just feels so much more sustainable and like less stressful than chasing the next shiny object. And that ethical approach to scaling, it's a game changer for sure.
Spot on. So just to quickly recap for our listeners, first, cultivate a long-term value-first mindset. Second, unearth those overlooked hyper-specific niches. Third, embrace unconventional traffic generation like niche community engagement and micro-influencer collaborations. Fourth, master advanced conversion psychology ethically. And finally, build robust long-term assets like your email list and owned content platforms, scaling with integrity and a smart support team.
Wow, that's a lot of actionable steps, all focused on genuine, lasting growth. I feel like this episode really gives people the tools to move beyond just making a quick buck to actually building a real, resilient business. Thank you, James. This was incredibly helpful.
My pleasure, Emma. Always a joy to share these insights. And for everyone listening, if you want to truly transform your affiliate journey, these aren't just ideas, they're the blueprint. Put them into action. We'll be back next time with even more unconventional hacks. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.